Turkey's ruling Justice and Development Party has called for protesters involved in demonstrations over Istanbul's Gezi Park to be sentenced to life in prison. In a controversial interview on local Turkish news channel TRT, Mehmet Ali Şahin, deputy chairman of the ruling AK Party, stated Article 312 of the Turkish Penal Code. The article, under the title Crimes Against Government, stipulates aggravated life imprisonment for people who attempt to overthrow or prevent the government from performing its duties.
Gezi Park protests should be deemed as a crime against the government and punished with life imprisonment. In my opinion, the protesters aim to oust the government, therefore they must be assessed within the context of Turkish Penal Code.
However, the main Turkish government opposition CHP deputy chairman fired back, saying if that was the case, half of the population would be sentenced to prison.
The Turkish Prime Minister is afraid of his people. He has everyone walking around in a straitjacket.
We caught up with the Turkish Youth Association, who said they are fed up with the Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan's fascist rule. They claim they will be heading to the notorious Silivri prison on August 5th to protest outside the Ergenekon trial. The trial has put hundreds of Turkey's intellectuals, generals, academics, and journalists in prison. The government claims they were trying to overthrow them.
We always look for our human rights. That's the first problem for Turkey. And for Gezi Park, and it was our first thing, and the second part of Gezi Park we will call like Silivri. That's why we call all the Turkish people to come to Gezi Park, because it's not just our human rights, it's all the Turkish people's human rights. They put a lot of lawyers, a lot of journalists, really so important names to Silivri. That's why we need to go there to protest government and government's fascist behaviors.
In Turkey's southern province of Mersin, police staged simultaneous operations at 20 addresses linked to the Gezi Park protests early on Thursday. The suspects were charged with attending an illegal protest. Also in Hatay, another southern province, 8 protesters were referred to the Adana courthouse on Thursday on charges of attending protests on behalf of a terrorist organization and provoking people. In the meantime, protesters say they want a new government. They also say that the only opposition to the current ruling AK party is in prison because the Turkish Prime Minister wants complete control of the country. The protesters say they will be heading to Silivri prison on Monday for what they are calling Gezi Park #2. Serena Shim, Press TV, Istanbul.